I'm serving and giving you the 411 on all the celebrity tea, shade, and drama. You're watching The Hunt Tea with Brittany Shay. Hey y'all, hey. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. So let's get into this tea. So, Vivica A. Fox appeared on ET Live to basically talk to the host of the show about a possible remake that Issa Rae is set to produce and star in of the classic movie Set It Off. And needless to say, Vivica A. Fox is not here for it, and she feels as though the cast of the original Kimberly Elise, Queen Latifah, and Jada Pinkett won't be down for it either. So y'all, let me just say this. Before I play this video, y'all just peep and look at Vivica A. Fox's face, and it tells it all about how she feels about this remake.
I want to talk about Set It Off.
Okay.
One of my favorites. And for those of you out there who might have missed out on this greatness, 1996.
Yes.
This film is about four women who end up robbing banks around Los Angeles, starring Vivica A. Fox, of course, Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Kimberly Elise.
Directed by F. Gary Gray.
Yes, for sure. Put that in there, definitely. Now, there's talks that Issa Rae is in the process of creating a remake of Set It Off. You know, how do you feel knowing that after all this time, people still want to relive the magic of this film? Vivica, I cannot. Well, tell me why.
Okay,
why,
I'll give you the answer.
Why do you
it's
give
a
me that
classic. Leave it alone.
Okay.
There's absolutely no reason to try to redo it. It's been done.
Yeah.
And we did it so well
Yeah.
that people are absolutely going to compare it to that. And I think that that's her taking on a tremendous chore, because that film has become a cult classic, and some things are just better left. Like, create your own new franchise. That if you want to do a new film of girls robbing banks, create your own thing. You can make it up to date. Like you said, we did that film in 1996. We are in 2019 going into 2020. So create your own thing, because people are absolutely going to compare it to it. And she'll probably, if it's not good, they're going to slay her for it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, you've been in this industry for over 30 years.
Yes.
And this is kind of, it's not off topic, but I'm just curious to get your perspective. We're in the season of reboots, or
Yes.
the phase of reboots and recreating things. How do you feel about that, being someone who has seen these films created over the years, and now people are now trying to go back and relive this magic?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it if they do something that goes into the next chapter of the story.
Okay.
It's when they try to recreate it, and it's already been done, and that magic's been captured in a bottle. It's very hard to capture that. Just so you know, I worked on some film that I thought was going to be all that in a bag of chips, and they came out and it was like, nothing happened. So nothing's guaranteed. Unless it's moving the story forward, I just don't think that should be done.
Now, I feel props is deserved to Issa Rae for her creative genius, from her YouTube startup with her doing Awkward Black Girl, to her hit series on HBO Insecure, and a Black Lady sketch show, which I enjoy all three shows in her time on YouTube as well. And Issa Rae is steady doing boss moves. She just did her own record label, and I'm not mad at her for that. But I feel as though remakes should just be movies that are original, and people trying to do remakes should be left alone. I'm so tired of Hollywood trying to do remakes after remakes after remakes, when the original is the original and it's the best one. So there's no need for remakes and sometimes sequels for movies as well. So Vivica Fox was the only one that I made mention before that we had a problem with the remake happening. Jada Pinkett Smith, who plays Stoney, isn't here for it either. She had a similar take as Fox just before it was reported that Issa Rae would be doing the film. If they decide to do an extension of it in some way, recast it in some way, I personally think that's just something you leave alone. It's a classic. It's done. She also said the cast wouldn't be involved at all. Absolutely not. I don't know why people keep thinking that I know that we want the original cast. And you know, Queen Latifah, she infamously played Cleo, and Kimberly Elise and she portrayed the character TT in the film. You know, that came out in 1996, and of course this film helped catapult these four ladies' careers, as well as the director F. Gary Gray. And like I said, I mean, I just don't want that. Just don't do the movie. That's how I feel. And I know Issa Rae probably, she probably a big fan of the film, because usually when people do remakes, they are big fans of the film and want to put their own interpretation, reimagine it on the film. But I think if Issa Rae wanted to do a film with four black women as bank robbers, she could have did it as a comedy and put her own spin on it. It doesn't necessarily have to be Set It Off. That's how I feel about it. But y'all, let me know down in the comments below what y'all think about this and what Vivica A. Fox recently said about it. It been in the news beforehand in early September that the remake was in production and was being written to be produced for film. But I just want to know what y'all thoughts on it. Do you think that it's gonna be just as good or just the same as this original Set It Off? Should they just cancel the whole production of the Set It Off film and she just need to reinvent it and do it another way? That's what I personally think. But y'all, would love to hear y'all thoughts and comments below before you go. And I thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'll catch you in the next video. My bad. Bye.